Previously regarded as the most reserved of the Duggar daughters, Jana Duggar has taken center stage for a final, heartfelt revelation. The adored former cast member of Counting On posted what looks to be her last picture of her growing baby bulge. An image that is both bittersweet and full of hidden agony and mute emotion. However, Jana's face wasn't the only thing that broke viewers' hearts. It was the icy distance of her husband, Steven Weissman. The couple's tense relationship has been the subject of speculation for months. What began as the quiet Duggar sister and the endearing pilot's fairy tale relationship has gradually evolved into a tale tainted by conflict and emotional detachment. Fans couldn't help but notice that Steven was missing, even though Jana's glowing appearance attempted to hide the pain in her eyes. His lack of participation in the picture and his quiet online were more powerful than words. Jana has yearned for love, family, and a tranquil life away from the insanity that formerly enveloped the world, as anybody who has followed her journey knows. Duggars. But among her fans, this most recent incident has brought up a hard subject. Is Jana just putting on a front, or is she genuinely happy? Her palm was resting protectively over her belly in the photo, which was taken in this gentle, natural light. It was a delicate farewell rather than a festive gesture. According to people close to the Duggar circle, Jana has had a difficult pregnancy. There have allegedly been negative effects from both rising isolation and emotional weariness. This was the last one she wanted to share. One insider muttered, "Time, not for attention, but for closure." The fact that Steven doesn't appear to care makes her feel alone and breaks her heart. Social media was inundated with heartfelt remarks from fans criticizing Steven for his lack of assistance. She is worthy of better. It's painful to watch Jana give so much love and get nothing in return, one person said, while another said, "You can see the sadness in her eyes." The picture that was supposed to commemorate a milestone instead turned into a heartbreaking reminder of what she may. As rumors continue to circulate, many people think this may be Jana's final public appearance before she permanently leaves social media, focusing on her child and her own recovery instead of upholding the picture-perfect image fans once expected from the Duggar family. You guys, Jana Duggar just stepped out for the first time in ages and she's pregnant. The entire family turned out for the event. The reunion provides a moving look into the dynamics, customs, and now a new chapter, Jana's first pregnancy. The video, which was posted to Jana's YouTube channel in September 2025, shows a 2024 Florida trip shortly after her death. For the Duggar family, meetings this size are uncommon, so when Jana Duggar, now Jana Weissman, recently shared footage of a sprawling beach vacation with over 40 of her relatives, fans took notice. From marriage to motherhood, Jana and Steven Weissman married in August 2024 in Prairie Grove, Arkansas. Their ceremony was elegant, attended by about 500 guests, and deeply steeped in faith and familial values. In it, viewers see siblings, spouses, nieces, nephews, and even parents Michelle and Jim Bob Duggar, sharing laughter, hymns, beach walks, and games. As Jana enters motherhood, this reunion stands out as a treasured snapshot, one she's likely to return to frequently. In the months since, Jana has shared glimpses of her pregnancy journey. Among her sisters, Jessa served as matron of honor, and many siblings participated. Less than a year later, on August 18, 2025, they publicly announced they were expecting their first child due in January 2026. The announcement was made via Instagram. With a little bundle of joy joining our family in January 2026, we are counting down the days and eagerly looking forward to this exciting new chapter in our lives. I'm still in awe. It sure has flown by. I love feeling those tiny kicks these days, she said in a recent Instagram post that marked the halfway point of her pregnancy. The reunion video's timing is significant, positioning family unity and shared heritage as Jana welcomes her own child into a deeply interconnected clan. The Duggar family has a long-standing tradition of walking the beach at night during family vacations, as Jana notes in the video. Despite intermittent rain, the group kept the joys, rain, and quiet corners. Rain threatened to dampen spirits, but the group made the most of it. Pool games, hymns, children playing in waves, pausing to take a mass family photo under dim coastal skies, and that evening stroll became a symbolic centerpiece, uniting generations under the stars and reminding all of the faith-based communal roots that lie at the heart of their family identity. Jana candidly notes that rainy days mean fewer outsiders on the beach, giving the family more seclusion for their evening stroll. In a heartfelt moment, Jana talks to her nephew Trute, asking, "What is it, Trute?" Just says, "Oh." Unplanned, private, and generational scenes like these highlight the more subdued aspects of Duggar life, including the interactions between siblings, cousins, kids, and grandparents behind closed doors. Who was present and who wasn't? Although more than 40 family members came together, not all 19 Duggars were present. Though many of the siblings, their spouses, and their children were present, as were Jana's twin brother, John David, Ben and Jessa Seawald with their children, and many others, Jill Duggar and her children and some more private members, including Jinger and her children in some clips, were conspicuously absent. It's a delicate balance that shows cohesion without implying that every branch of the family is always together. The Duggars have long been a divisive public figure. Their reality TV beginnings, deeply conservative Christian beliefs, large family norms, and past controversies have made them both beloved and criticized. Jana's reunion video adds a new dimension, a pregnant woman about to become a mother, anchoring her story in continuity with her family's past. The overlapping relationships and multiplicity of generations create a sense of large-scale kinship, family identity, and public perception. At the same time, Jana's presentation is controlled. The narrative emphasizes joy, connection, faith, and preparation for a new generation. Tension, strain, or dissent are less visible. In many ways, the video serves as both a family memoir and a public image. It invites viewers into a world many only know in glimpses by showcasing everyday interaction, not just highlights, such as children laughing, siblings chatting, siblings helping with decorations, and grandparents quietly watching. Expectations. Jana has always held a special place in the public imagination of the Duggar family as the oldest daughter to marry. In a way, she's bridging the gap between the older generation and the next. Her new role as a mother will further solidify that role. Fans will continue to watch for Jana's public persona as she navigates the delicate balance between privacy and openness given her family's history. Whether she will continue to preserve traditions like the beach night walk or expand them for her. Jana's own voice as an adult in the Duggar legacy, making decisions, perhaps redefining norms while honoring her roots, reflections, and broader context. Public narrative. Intergenerational relationships. How Jana's child will connect with siblings, cousins, and grandparents, and whether the family expands further. Reunions of this scale are uncommon for any family, let alone one as large and scrutinized as the Duggars. The decision to publicize it now as Jana begins motherhood can be. In many ways, it echoes a universal truth. When a child is born, the past, present, and future converge. For Janet Duggar Wisman, that convergence is now evident in Rainflecked. This means that even in the midst of discussions about family size, religious conservatism, and media exposure, the emotional core of this video resonates. The presence of family, generational overlap, the weight of memory, and the hope for what comes next. Longtime admirers of the well-known Arkansas family noticed two things right away when Jana Duggar Wisman appeared in a recently released video documenting a family reunion attended by over 40 members of the Duggar clan, the size of the gathering and Jana's obvious pregnancy glow. The latest update was captured during a sprawling family beach vacation. The long road to the spotlight. Jana Duggar has spent much of her adult life just outside the spotlight that followed her family since 19 Kids and Counting debuted in 2008, while many of her younger siblings got married and started their own families. In Florida, the video depicts a tender intersection of past and present, offering both familiarity and novelty to fans who have watched the Duggar family evolve over nearly 2 decades. The same Duggar warmth, laughter, and faith, now colored by Jana's first journey into motherhood. Jana, who fans lovingly refer to as the Cinderella Duggar for her quiet steadiness and patience, stayed at home to help raise younger siblings, manage household chores, and participate actively in family projects. Her single status became a constant source of online rumors, but Jana mostly kept her privacy and grace. "I know I'm not the only one who has experienced this." In a 2021 interview, she once stated, "Waiting isn't easy, but I've seen that God's timing is perfect." That patience was rewarded when she discreetly started dating Stephen Wisman, a pilot and businessman from a prominent Nebraska family. Their courtship, engagement, and wedding took place in Prairie Grove, Arkansas on August 3, 2024. It was a very traditional ceremony that was both elegant and modest, reflecting the shared Christian values of both families. Now, a little more than a year later, Jana's story has changed again, and she's getting ready to become a mother. On August 18, 2025, Jana and Stephen shared a post announcing their pregnancy that delighted both family and followers. The caption, which included gentle golden hour pictures of Jana holding her growing baby tummy, said, "We are so excited. A small bundle of happiness will join our family in January 2026. We are excitedly anticipating this exciting new chapter in our lives and are counting down the days." Jana has revealed tidbits about her pregnant journey in the months that have followed. She reached the halfway point with a recent Instagram post. "Even halfway through my pregnancy, I continue to be amazed. It has definitely flown by. These days, I love feeling those little kicks," she said. The reunion video's timing is important. As Jana brings her own child into a close-knit household, it emphasizes family connection and shared ancestry. The Duggar family has a long-standing custom of taking nighttime beach walks on family vacations, as Jana mentions in the video. Even with sporadic rain, the team maintained keeping the custom alive by stopping to take a group family portrait amid the gloomy seaside skies. That nighttime walk turned into a symbolic focal point that brought generations together beneath the stars and served as a reminder to everyone of the community origins rooted in faith that form the foundation of their family identity. Happiness, rain, and peaceful nooks. The gang made the best of the rain, even if it threatened to dampen their enthusiasm. Nothing lost its allure, including songs, pool games, and children playing in waves. Rainy days result in fewer visitors on the beach, as Janet openly observes, providing the additional seclusion for the family's evening stroll. When Jana asks her nephew Trute, "What is it, Trute?" he responds simply, "Oh." Such spontaneous, private, and generational scenes highlight the more subdued aspects of Duggar life. The interactions between siblings, cousins, kids, and grandparents that take place behind closed doors. What people were present and who weren't. Although more than 40 family members attended, the 19 Duggars were not present. Offspring and their offspring. Notably absent were Jill Duggar and her kids, as well as a few other private individuals, such as Jinger and her kids in some of the films. However, many of the siblings were present, along with their spouses and kids. Along with Ben and Jessa Seawald and their children, Jana's twin brother John David also makes an appearance. It's a careful balancing act that conveys unity without suggesting that all family members are constantly present. However, in the video, Jana's parents, Michelle and Jim Bob Duggar, only appears briefly. An uncommon occurrence since the family withdrew from the spotlight after years of scandal. They are subtly but significantly included. One of the smallest grandchildren is being lovingly rocked by Michelle, who has been a grandma numerous times. Her face was calm. Jim Bob smiles widely as he participates in a group shot. Seeing parents having fun with all of the grandchildren was a unique experience. In her narrative, Jana makes a note. They cherish every second they spend with the children. Who arrived? Who did not come? However, the gathering wasn't quite filled, but the turnout was amazing. Jill Duggar Dillard, who has maintained a more autonomous relationship with their parents in recent years, and her family were conspicuously absent. Similarly, because of their distance, Ginger Vualo and her kids did not show up in many clips. She resides in Los Angeles with her spouse, Jeremy. Nevertheless, there were many familiar faces during the reunion. Joanna and Austin Forsythe, John David and Abby Duggar, Josiah and Lauren, Jessa and Ben Seawald, and numerous others. Nephews and nieces. It was a generational reunion for the audience. The daily pleasures are captured by the grown offspring of the once tiny Duggar siblings, who are now playing and laughing on the sand. The intimacy of this film is what distinguishes it from the meticulously planned TV episodes of 19 Kids and Counting. Jana sees the world through the eyes of a sister, daughter, and aunt rather than a producer. She records her brothers frying hamburgers in the rain, her nieces squealing as they chase waves, and the young ones sketching hearts in the sand. A toddler gestures to the ocean at one point and says, "Look, Aunt Jana, it's so big." This brief scene seems to capture the surprise and awe Jana herself experiences as she prepares to become a mother. There are also snippets of subdued domesticity throughout the video. Siblings speaking at breakfast, Michelle sitting with a grandchild reading a Bible story, and the younger cousins playing with beach toys. These little personal touches are what make a family vacation truly memorable. Individual. Every frame is filled with faith. The foundation of the Duggars' family life has always been their faith. Despite its light-heartedness, this reunion is infused with profound contemplation. One night, as the sun sets, the group gets together for an unplanned hymn sing-along, with voices harmonizing and the words, "How great thou art." They conclude with a prayer in which they give thanks to God for their family, their health, and the blessings of future life. Jana expresses her silent appreciation in her narration. Spending time with family is simple. Yes, but every life is a blessing when I consider the generations here, including my parents, siblings, and all of these nieces and nephews. And to consider that we will soon be welcoming a second child. In the best manner possible, it's overwhelming. The reunion's symbolic meaning. There is more to this gathering than merely a holiday. It symbolizes the passing down of knowledge from one generation to the next. Michelle Duggar was the matriarch of parenthood in the family for many years, helping her daughters with childcare and domestic work. Her oldest daughter is now getting ready to assume the same role. Family images from the trip show Jana standing next to her mother with her hands caressing her growing baby tummy while they are both wearing breezy sundresses. As a visual transmission of the torch from one matriarch to another, the image strikes a deep chord with devoted supporters. The image also symbolizes resiliency for a family that has endured harsh public scrutiny. Despite shifting circumstances and criticism, the Duggars continue to find comfort in their faith and unity. Jana's autonomy and voice. Jana's portrayal of the reunion also shows how she has changed. This family media project has her unique touch, in contrast to previous ones that were mostly managed by her parents or TLC producers. The story is quite intimate, the tempo is slower, and the tone is more contemplative. She decides not to discuss disagreements, debates, or even the absence of some of her brothers. Rather, she lets the image do the talking. The decision highlights her increasing self-reliance. Jana's tale isn't extended a subplot within a broader family story. She owns it. That independence is reflected in her pregnancy journey. She has posted kind updates on social media, emphasizing thankfulness above glitz. She posted in early September, and I'm still in awe of her, halfway through her pregnancy. It has flown by. These days, I adore getting those little kicks. The strength of coming together in a time of fragmentation. The Duggar reunion has a universal resonance in a time of broken relationships and digital isolation. There is something ageless about a family of 40 being together on a beach, united by common history and collective memory, regardless of one's opinions about their beliefs or previous conflicts. Sociologists frequently observe that these get-togethers operate as emotional pillars, chances to strengthen one's identity, foster intergenerational relationships, and mend invisible wounds. It may also be a moment of peaceful rehabilitation for the Duggars, who have faced scandal and fame. It serves as a reminder to the general public that beyond the headlines these are actual people balancing forgiveness, faith, and family life under intense scrutiny on social media. Legacy and motherhood. Observers question how Jana's approach to motherhood might be different from that of earlier generations as she gets ready to welcome her first child. Jana has both extensive experience and a contemporary understanding of individual needs, having watched her own parents raise 19 children. She is caring, meticulous, and firm but gentle, according to friends close to the family. Jana's going to be a mother naturally. She's had years of practice, a family friend told People, but this time it'll be her own. Her own little family, her own home, her own rhythm. That independence could characterize the next phase of parenting. Jana and Steven are supposed to start small, emphasizing purposeful parenting and a balanced lifestyle, while Michelle managed a home of 21. Steven has discussed building a house that is open and grounded in faith in recent interviews. To development, implying that the Wiseman family might combine customs with a contemporary viewpoint. Jana's video has received incredibly great feedback online. Congratulations and sentimentality flooded the comment sections. Many admirers expressed their happiness at seeing the Duggars together once more, especially the infrequently spotted Michelle and Jim Bob. It brightened my day to see Jana so joyful and radiant. She deserves every bit of joy, one user commented. I've watched this family since the days of the 19 kids. It feels like a complete circle moment to watch Jana finally become a mother as the next generation grows. Even detractors praise the video's emotional depth. Whatever you think about the Duggars, one commenter on social media said, there's no denying that a large family still finding ways to get together is reassuring. Like many big, religiously based families, the Duggar story is riddled with contradictions. They are both private and public, classic and contemporary, unified and split. However, in times like this reunion, the inconsistencies disappear and are replaced by a more straightforward sense of belonging. The vacation to Florida serves as a metaphor for the unpredictable nature of life. Rainy days, short sunsets, and uncertainty-filled laughing. It serves as a link between Jana's current identity as a mother and her previous identity as a daughter. It's a silent proclamation, too. New beginnings are still conceivable in spite of the shadows of the past. A family portrait and an unwritten future. The last scenes of Jana's video indicate 40-plus family members in a group photo, some squinting against the wind, some grinning while the toddlers wriggle unhindered. The image softens with the sound of the waves as the camera lingers. Her final remarks are succinct yet impactful. I'm thankful for everyone present, including the unborn child. I consider family to be a blessing from God, and I cherish it. A mixture of hope and nostalgia may be heard in the quiet instrumental music that rises when the screen goes black. The Duggars have seen periods of notoriety, controversy, and transformation. Currently, as Jana becomes a mother, her narrative symbolizes both renewal and continuation. In a family that values unity, her story serves as a reminder that reunions are still possible even after years of public silence, and that sometimes the most poignant moments take place in private, away from the spotlight, with the people who have known you the longest.